Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Tyranny blind. Now, I need to stop Inspid Moniker because it seems she's been killing beastmen on behalf of Wagstaff and like bloodletting them to get the blood for purifying the water. But she has raised some kind of a fire barrier. And Telesofia, before she tells me how to take it down or whatever, she wants me to kill Agaen for treason, which I am unwilling to do. But because you know I've committed treason against Kairos as well, so what do I care? Like, as far as I'm concerned, he's actually an ally of convenience to me. But my reasoning is there has to be more than one way to solve the quest, because there always is, you know, that's the gist of a good role-playing game, and it certainly has been true for this game so far. So I'll talk with Isley again. Okay, can't ask about anything else. Midnight Wanderer. Icy is concerned about why Inspid Moniker is disappearing into the old walls. She asked you to follow her one of those days. Icy suggested talking to Telesofia about where Inspid Moniker might be hiding an item that can bring down the fire barrier. Okay, I'll go and search the place she stood in, which is somewhere close to Wagstaff's little area. Yeah, I think she stood over here. That's
Sorry, I can't.
I'm pretty sure that's her tent. There has to be another way to do it. There always is. Do you have anything to say about Inspid Moniker? No.
Right.
You know what? There's one more thing I might check, because Isley said she has likely, she said Inspid Moniker likely put up the barrier by using some of the knowledge from the chorus, because she used to be chorus beforehand, right? Before she switched sides, and there is a chorus camp. Well, the remnants of one in here in the Shattered Bastion. So I'll search that and maybe ask what's her name, Gwyneth, about it.
Sorry.
I might have to try to trick her into thinking that I killed him.
I can't.
Which should be pretty easy to do because she can't move. Like, I would just say that I'll do it, talk to him, and get like some of his possessions to make her believe that he's dead.
Can't do that. Can't do that.
I do think that would be wrong, but I do also think that would be considerably less wrong than actual murder, and especially given the fact I'm only trying to do that to stop further murder of the beastmen from taking place. So yeah, I might have to do that, seeing how I have found exactly nothing in here. I've come to a decision about Agaen. Yes? What are you going to do? He's as good as dead. Wonderful. Telesofia's eyes light up as she jerks in her binds in excitement. The traitor shouldn't be hard to find. The wound isn't exactly swimming in earthshakers after all. Good hunting, Fatebinder.
Yes.
Yeah, this is not going to happen, and I do feel bad about lying to her, but I think I don't know what else to do, and I do want to stop those murders. I think that's like a grander duty that I have towards the beastmen, whom I consider to be people, even though humans don't always seemingly agree. The Earthshaker nods at you as you approach. This is an important matter I need to discuss with you, but only outside, away from prying eyes. Well, if you solved the chorus gang squatting in the ruins outside, I guess it's safe again to step outside and enjoy the fresh air. If it will assist you in Fatebinder duties, let's talk further. I will meet you topside. Okay, this is a bit annoying. But sure, let's do it. The Earthshaker watches the horizon from the overlook, taking in deep breaths of the crisp mountain air with a satisfied smile. Been a while since I stepped foot outside. Thanks for clearing out the chorus goons occupying those ruins. Now, what did you need to discuss? I'm here on behalf of Telesofia. The color drains from Agaen's face. He raises a quivering hand in a defensive posture, ready to trace an arcane sigil. Why would you? He interrupts the thought with a shake of his head. The woman needs vengeance. The woman's need for vengeance is a poison. She would kill me even if it meant using you like a puppet. Agaen looks at you with a mounting panic. I don't even want to exile him. That feels... I feel wrong about this. I destroyed this guy's life. But again, I do want to save the beastmen, and I don't know how to do it otherwise. I've searched the camp. This is the best I could come up with. And Isley didn't offer any more information, so I need information, and your death was her prize. Leave the bastard's wound, and we can avoid unnecessary bloodshed. I will not leave Jaspos. My life with him is the only good thing I've built in all of Kairos' wretched empire. He raises his downturned head and locks eyes with you. Well, your life is in your hands. Walk away and you may live. I could. Agaen glances at the dirt paths, trailing away from the remnants of the old Rostrum manor. He takes a deep breath and plants his foot firmly into the ground. But I won't. I'll be damned if I turn my back on Jaspos and the wound after they took me in. Without waiting for you to respond, Agaen traces his arms throughout the air, shaping an elaborate sigil. Yeah, I feel very bad about this. This was entirely needless.
Softly and chill. Strike swiftly to kill.
Right.
These bones cannot be broken. These feet cannot be moved.
I got it. Right.
I feel like serious injustice has been committed here. And I certainly feel bad about it. I really hope I can manage to at least save the beastman, because if not, then all of this was pointless. Agaen is dead. At long last, thank you, Fatebinder. The shame of the task left undone has eaten at me more than starvation or those ropes tied about my wrists. She closes her eyes and exhales deeply. Thank you, my mind is yours now. Ask me what you will. I heard that you set odds for Mel's hunting wagers. How do you do that? I was part of the advance in Azure before the edict ripped the landscape into ruin. Had to deal with lots of uncooperative beastmen, so I know a thing or two about sizing up the mongrels. Can't do much else from here but watch, so I note details like injuries or beasts who don't play nice. They hide their wounds and act tough. But I can always tell, it's not an easy thing to see through unless you're me. Mel comes by every now and then to talk and every now and then for idle talk. He feeds me leftovers, I feed him what I know in exchange, and he uses that to calculate his odds. Strange arrangement we have, but I like to eat just as much as everyone else. I'm trying to figure out how Inspid Moniker passes through a magic barrier in the old walls. Any ideas? It's amazing what people will say around the prisoner. I overheard her and Wagstaff whispering about it just not that long ago. She grins, shaking her head. Insipid bragged about some kind of a control token, which manipulates the barrier. She keeps it tucked in a hole in the wall behind a chorus banner. That should give you a start. Okay, that makes me feel even worse. Because that means it's literally in that camp and I just didn't find it. Because I assume there are no chorus banners in here, right? It is on the outside. Oh, no, it is here actually. Okay, so that I wouldn't have thought about that, especially because the symbol is kind of faded. I didn't really notice it before, so at least I guess I wouldn't have found it on my own, because I would have kept looking in the actual camp rather than here. Inspid Moniker's talisman. The small stone is covered with blood chanter markings. Okay, let's go and stop her. What? It goes to a... What? Like, I did want to speak with Tonves anyway, so I guess that's kinda good, but it's not exactly what I wanted to do. Oh, I have to wait for a specific hour at night, I guess. So it changes. They insert different tokens to it, and it changes to where it goes depending on an hour, I guess. Hey you, there you are. I assume Mel didn't convince all of the wound to hang me. Tonves shifts uncontrollably and averts his gaze from the dead beast woman. How exactly did you lure the beastmen into this location? The wound can trust me. I hunt and bleed with them, so asking one to follow me is a simple matter. His eyes flicker down to the corpse for a moment. His face flashes with a deep crimson. That makes it worse. You're exploiting their trust to kill them and mutilate their bodies. Like, this is so wrong, it boggles my mind. The whole setup for this village, like, they might very well all end up dead. I'm just throwing it out there, because this is insane. Human abuses bond of the hunt, Slow death is best remedy for such decisions. Any excuse will do. I just had to approach the beastmen that were separated from their hunting parties and stay out of sight from the rest. Yeah, I think you're going down. The fact that you had supposedly good intentions doesn't even... It's a non-argument. You can't... This can't be justified. The water is powered by ritualistic murder of people. The beastmen are sentient. So this is so wrong. I can't even wrap my head around it, and you're going down. You meant well, but this is no excuse for murder. For those crimes, I must sentence you to death. Do it, Fatebinder. If these are my last breaths, I would like to spend them believing there's some justice in Taratus. His face is a stoic mask of cold resignation as he kneels over the dead beastwoman and gives you an imploring stare. You oblige, stepping forward and driving a blade into his heart. As he collapses next to his former victim, their blood slowly pools together, buoying their bodies weakly above the chill old wall floor. Yeah, there's some poetic justice to that, killing him right next to his victim. I don't think this settlement is going to fare very well, because both Wagstaff and Jaspos are psychopaths. Like, they are so removed from morality that I can't even comment on that, and they seem oblivious to that fact. Like, their underlings keep talking about how they are doing it for the benefit of the community, but as I said in the previous episode, if your community requires ritualistic murder to function, then I would posit that it shouldn't, you know? It should be dismantled. If it can't exist other than by constant suffering of sentient beings, then it just shouldn't exist. And it's not like dismantling it would require everyone to die. They would just have to move elsewhere. This is insane. Like, there's a short story by Ursula Le Guin that's called Those Who Walk Away from Omelas, and it is actually strangely appropriate for this situation, because it is a story about a perfect city, like a perfect community where everyone is happy and all that, but it's powered by incessant, constant suffering of like a single child that's locked in a basement somewhere and relentlessly tortured forever. And most people in there ignore it because their lives are so comfortable and so nice that they don't want to be hassled with changing anything, because it's, you know, quote unquote, just a single child that's suffering. But then there are also those, you know, as in the title, who walk away from Omelas because they can't accept the price that is being paid for their supposed happiness. And I think this is very applicable to this. Like, if we can't fix it, it should be dismantled. This place shouldn't exist if the existence of it has to be powered by suffering of sentient beings. Like, I just don't agree with that. Fatebinder, have you seen Agaen recently? His duties normally keep him near the forge. And he's been gone for a while. She toys nervously with her chisel. Yeah, we had a disagreement and I had to kill him. You killed him. She reflexively raises her chisel, her stance more fearful than confrontational. Thinking twice, she lowers her weapon. Why would you? Jaspos would be devastated when he finds out, and I think trouble follows you wherever you go, Fatebinder. Please, leave me be, I need to think. Yeah, this sucks.
Sorry.
Wait until the evening, yeah, sure.
I can't.
This sucks. And she is correct. Like, I've not done such a great work in trying to improve the lives of people here. Okay. Use the talisman to bring down the barrier.
Sorry, I can't. I've got it. Sorry, I can't.
Oh, this is fucking twisted. Is this what happens when the Bane whisper in your ear long enough?
Yeah, so they are bleeding them to death. Like, I'm sorry, but you're also going down? This is all insane. Everyone is fired. Like, I really hope the regular people can just move the fuck out. I don't want to kill them, but I think this little thing, the settlement they have, it's done. The fetid stench of blood and feces assaults you as you step into the chamber, excitement in her eyes. Inspid Moniker struts around the blood-caked room, issuing commands energetically. No, don't keep cutting that mongrel at the same spot. The scars will get knotted and tough, and will lose a bleeding site. Put a bucket by his ribs and slice horizontally. She turns to you with momentary disbelief. Fuck. And this had to be on such a good day, too. Her hands move quickly to rest upon her weapons. Well, I am going to kill you, but explain yourself first. Care to explain what's going on? You weren't meant to see this. We're collecting donations from those generous beastmen. Wagstaff needs beastman blood, lots of it. You think these tainted waters clean themselves? You said we would die without it, and I intend to deliver. She wipes her stained hands with a grubby rug. Donations? They don't seem like volunteers. Yeah, well, maybe relying strictly on the charity of the beasts wasn't enough anymore. So your solution was to create a blood farm. Were there no other options? You're a Fatebinder. I know you've seen and tolerated worse. We don't kill any of the creatures, and gather only enough blood to keep the settlement going. I'd call that restraint on my part. Well, I'd call that crazy and wrong. Because... okay, so I guess it's established they don't kill them, but you could very well say this amounts to torture. They are, I assume, bringing them to the brink of death and then waiting until they replenish the blood to bleed them again, because I don't think they let them go. That would be stupid, because they would talk with the other ones, I assume, about what happened. So this is potentially even worse than killing them, because it's constant suffering again. If beastman blood donations worked in the past, what changed? Reef Talon used to heal her kith after they donated, so they could give one more time. Pretty much all she was good for. After she left, the beastmen couldn't donate as much without getting too weak to hunt. Our reserves ran low, and Wagstaff needed more. That's where I came in. You seem to enjoy your work. This settlement would have run its course without me. No shame in taking little pride in one's duty. She narrows her eyes, challenging you to claim otherwise. Yeah, I would? You're insane! She's even worse than Tonves, because Tonves at least had the basic decency to be ashamed of what he did, whereas she's proud of it. So long as good people down here get their water, they don't need to know what I'm doing to fill their bellies. Explain why should I allow this. You're not going to convince me, but I'll give you a chance. No dancing around it. Someone is going to suffer. Only a question whether it's men or women, or men and women, or beasts. No need for everyone to get down with the ship. I didn't build the ship, and I'm sure as fuck didn't choose to board her, but I'm here now, and I'm keeping her afloat, which is more than most can say. Well, to be honest, enough of this, your life is forfeit. Just like the old times, boys, whoever kills the Fatebinder gets a week of my water rations. Drawing her blade from her belt, Inspid Moniker rushes at you with a feral cry. Yeah, everyone is fired. This whole settlement is fired.
Have a look here.
Okay, I have to pause for a second, be right back. Okay, I'm back.
I will break you!
Okay, can I help them? The keystone is Mel's keystone. Okay, I have more of them. Maybe I can activate some of the teleporters in the ruins with it. The woundkin are all bound and unable to move. Yeah, remove the bonds, obviously. What would happen if I inserted Mel's keystone? I'll have to check that, because obviously Inspid's monikers takes me to where I just was, right? That's how she got there, but Mel's? I was able to follow Inspid Moniker. What did you learn? Isley ceases her idle handiwork of polishing flint and looks at you with her undivided attention. She has a beastman prison of some sorts. It's used to siphon blood from her captured victims. Like a blood farm? She couldn't do that without Wagstaff's blessing. Isley stares at you, mouth agape. It's over, Inspid Moniker is dead, and the captive beastmen have been released. Thank you, Fatebinder. I can't believe one of our own would do this, even one as depraved as Inspid Moniker, and to think I almost didn't mention this to you. She smiles visibly, relieved by the turn of events. I've troubled you enough. Thank you again.
On it.
Yeah, everyone is fired. Yes. Including both the Aspos. Can I kill them? Like, can I just... leave me be, Fatebinder. I have far too much to do and nothing to say. I don't think I can, so I guess I have to wait for like a crucial plot moment until I'll be able to. Because I think they have to go down, and maybe I can convince Reef Talon to come back and just not use her healing gift, so that no more Sleepless are created. Because she's like seemingly at least 20 times better of a person than either of them. Tonves is no longer with the wound. Did you kill him? He hesitates before voicing a question. He's dead. I see. A terrible end, but a necessary one. Tonves struck me as a conflicted man. I would be charitable when noting his passing in the log. He unfurls a compact parchment roll and jots down the events with a quick flourish of his pen. With this sad situation behind us, the Woundkin can return to only worrying about the Bane, and I can return to my duties. I don't want the blood money involved in this. Things should return to normal with Tonves out of the way. We can only hope, as normal things can be in such a place anyway. Thank you, Fatebinder, for not judging my role in this affair too harshly. Mel nods and returns his attention to the parchment in his hands. Yeah, but where does your key lead? That's kind of what interests me right now. Oh wait. What? That's Mel's? Shouldn't it be Tom's? What's his name? Keystone or whatever, however it's called. This just goes to the blood farm, right? Yes. Let's try talking to the beastman. And tread carefully. Will not rescue if human falls into water. I guess they have nothing to say. Okay, so I guess I have to return to Reef Talon. Unless I can tell Wagstaff to go stuff it. Or I guess I could kill him. Which I do feel a strong urge to do, but to be fair...
Sorry, I can't.
For that to feel right, I would have to kill Jaspos as well. Ah, Fatebinder, I've been meaning to speak with you, but I don't suppose you've seen Inspid Moniker, my rather foul-mouthed apprentice. The old man eyes you carefully. Stroking his chin as he assesses your face. She's missing, and any knowledge you have of her would be most welcome. To be honest, I don't even care about lying to him. If you want to fight, let's bring it on. You're insane and evil and depraved. She's dead. Dead, you maggot, how dare you? Wagstaff begins to curl his fingers into opening maneuvers of a spell before thinking of a better of the act. I see. At least you have the decency to tell me to my face. You've done enough. Leave. I want to be alone with my grief. I have nothing left to say to you, Fatebinder. Leave me to my work. Yeah, I kind of want to kill you though. Like, why can't I do that? You've kind of worked very hard to make me want to do it. Okay, I think Reef Talon is in the Abyss. It's time for you to return to the wound. You can be of help there, perhaps even lead. Neither Wagstaff nor Jaspos can truly unite the people. The beastmen still need you. You're only running because of the sleepless. I don't want to kill them. Okay, this is stupid. Why can't I tell her about everything that's going on in the village? About the beastmen that are getting killed and abused and tortured? Like, wouldn't that give her some motivation? Like, I think this is botched from like a design standpoint, because there isn't a good reason sort of in character for me not being able to bring those things up, and they seem to be mightily important to me in describing the situation. Like, I'll be back. Maybe the game is fixated on me helping Wagstaff, but just because I said I would shouldn't mean I'm locked into actually doing that. I keep telling people I'll do stuff all the time and then figure out other circumstances that make it not feasible to do and then not do it. And Wagstaff won't even speak to me anymore because he's angry with me, and neither will Jaspos for that matter. So I do find it to be, if not a bug per se, then I find it to be a flaw in how the game is designed. It makes no sense. And I don't want to kill her. I don't want to help Wagstaff because he's insane and evil. And so is Jaspos, by the way. So, like, what am I supposed to do at this point? From what I gather, you managed to get on Wagstaff Bat's side. In fairness, it's probably his only side.
Yes.
Like, to be honest, I'm half tempted to just redo all of this and not accept Wagstaff's quest, because it seems to have soft locked me into actually doing it, and I'm not willing to do that. Like, I think it's a mistake in design to make you do it, even though you just said you would. Like, one doesn't have anything to do with the other. People lie all the time. Oh, that wasn't even a lie to me. Like, I said, when I said I'm going to do it, I meant it in a way I'm going to consider doing it after exploring all of the circumstances. Oh, so they did kill them. I haven't seen Kratos or Lunet around here recently. Think I would keep them after what they've done? I spelled it out clear to them, jump the wound, that breach I mean, or get tossed in when the beastmen finished sharpening their claws on them. Even offered them jobs, their jobs back if they made the jump. Suffice it to say, they didn't. Tampering with someone's water is tampering with the lifeblood of their whole family. Harsh, but entirely justified. Yeah, I think it's a little too harsh, but you know, they played stupid games and they won stupid prizes, much as most people in this village, seemingly. Human who smells of mystic blood prowls again the wound farm. Okay, nothing to add. Yeah, I really think I might redo this, and I wouldn't even feel that bad about it, because it's just designed wrong. It's not that I want to escape the consequences of my decisions, it's just that from my perspective it was impossible to predict that the game is going to lock me into killing her just because I said to Wagstaff I would. Like, what does it even have to do with anything? And it drives me up the wall that I can't mention to her that, you know, about all of those crazy things that are happening in the village, about how they are abusing and killing the beastmen. Like, that seems like such a crucial information, and I just can't mention it. What? That's stupid. The entirety of this is botched from like a design standpoint. Like, I guess I will... No, but I don't want to either kill her or lie to her about not killing the Sleepless and then doing it anyway, which I assume this option is for. Right here. Of course not. I'll find another way that doesn't involve killing them. Beastwoman has tried to quell the relentless storm within the Sleepless, has failed. Pain of Whelps is vast and unending. Fatebinder is foolish trying to bring peace to the wretched Dreamless. Can try. Reef Talon will still be here after Human has failed. Yeah, kill them. No. This is stupid because it shouldn't work like this. Sort of, there is nothing logically to explain. Why can't I just turn my back on Wagstaff, tell her everything that is happening, or better yet, just kill both Jaspers and Wagstaff, and then tell her, oh no, there's no leader left, please come back and be the leader. Like, this is dumb, this is stupid, and I disagree with this on like a design standpoint. I am going to redo this, all of this, since before I agreed to Wagstaff's quest. I probably will do it off screen because I'll replicate all of my other choices, such as Agaen dying. I stand by the consequence of that because that at least is logical. I couldn't find the thing on my own, so he died because of my ineptitude. I accept that, but the rest, this is pointless and stupid and dumb. I will redo everything and I will just refuse Wagstaff's quest altogether and refuse Jaspos's quest as well, to kill her, to grind her bones or whatever, which I assume was the counterpart to this. Because this is called Blood of the Beast, and Wagstaff uses the blood, but Jaspos uses the bones. And then I hope the third way is to side with her. But what I don't understand and what drives me up the tree is that I shouldn't be locked into this at this point. There's nothing to explain why I would be. Nothing. I've thwarted both Jaspos and Wagstaff many times. And they both won't even speak to me anymore. So why is the main quest so fixated upon the idea of me still supporting Wagstaff? It makes no sense, and I will reload. Like, I'll have to redo a couple of hours actually, which is pretty annoying, and I usually don't do that in games. But here, I feel entirely justified because this couldn't have been foreseen, and to me, it doesn't logically flow from the plot. This isn't an organic consequence of my own choices. This is a manufactured sort of railroading situation, which annoys me a lot. I am going to redo all of this, probably not going to record, like, I guess I'll record it, and then I'll edit it out to include new material, such as Wagstaff getting annoyed at me or whatever. I'll try to figure something out, like keep bits and pieces, or like speed it up and keep the things that are new. I will signify it in the description, but I will redo stuff up until the moment I've refused both Jaspos's quest and Wagstaff's quest, and then see where the alternative leads, basically. So for now, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.